What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close, and we are now 234 subs away from hitting 500 subs. And who knows, maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the year. Only time will tell. But as I've said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, and Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners over at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of this set. But with that being said, if you guys want to see these boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 70% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed. And to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this: what would you consider to be the best GX archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh's history? Let me know down in the comments below. And speaking of GX, today's video, we actually have something very unique for today's video. Now, obviously, yes, this archetype may have been a GX based archetype, but it was seen in the Arc 5 anime, and I am talking about Gladiator Beasts. And we're getting new support in Supreme Darkness. Now, for those who do not know anything about the Gladiator Beast Beast archetype, basically this archetype revolves around tagging out for new monsters during the battle phase. So let's say for example you summoned out a Gladiator Beast Gazaris. Let's say that, right? I believe. Let's see. Here we are. Gladiator Beast. I want to look up Gazaris, because I think his effect is very unique. So let's see. Let's see here. Where is it? Here we are. Here we go. Here we are. Gladiator Beast Gazaris. So as far as Gazaris goes, his effect, if I can fucking get to it, here we are. So Gazar's effect reads as follows: must first be special summoned from your extra deck by shuffling the above cards you control into the deck, and you don't use Poly. When this card is special summoned, you can target up to 2 cards on the field, destroy those targets. At the end of the battle phase, if this card battles, you can return it to the extra deck and special summon two Gladiator Beast monsters from your deck, except Bestiari. So basically the idea is you tag out your fusion monsters for a pretty good amount of Gladiator Beast monsters, and you basically just attack for game. So that's basically the general idea for the Glad Beasts. And it's weird because Gladiator Beasts back in the day, actually they actually did pretty well. And if my memory serves correct, it did get a couple of YCS tops back in the day. A couple of Shonen Jump Championship SJC tops as well back in the day. But after that, I think once Gazarus got limited to 1 or something like that, or something like that. Either that or Mermelio. Once one of those two got either limited or banned, the deck was just dead. Ended up just like dead. I don't remember which one got hit. I think it was Gazarus, if my memory serves correct. But we do have 5 brand new cards to talk about for this archetype. So let's get straight into it. Kicking things off, we got Test Bear, which is a 4-star Earth Beast with 900 attack, 600 defense, and says that and let's see here. Both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads if you control a Gladiator Beast special summoned from the extra deck from the deck or extra deck, you can special summon this card from your hand. Second effect reads, you contribute this card and shuffle 1 Gladiator Beast from your hand or face of field into the deck or extra deck. Special summon up to 2 Gladiator Beast monsters from your deck, which is treated as a special summon by a Gladiator Beast monster's effect. So that's basically what I'm talking about. It's weird because I believe you can use this effect during the battle phase. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't say you can't, but it doesn't say that you can either. So I'm assuming that you can use this effect during the battle phase, and it's cool and it's pretty cool because if your opponent's life points are like 4,000 or less, and you know that you're about to have game, you can basically tag out Test Bear for two other Glad Beast monsters, which could be like Bestiari and Mermelio or whatever, and you basically can just push for game, which would force your opponent to use an Ash Blossom on Test Bear because it counts as summoning from the deck, which is pretty cool. Which is pretty crazy, but it is pretty cool that there's another version of Test Tiger in the form of obviously Test Bear. And it's funny because in the OCG they're actually naming it Slave Bear, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You basically get to tribute this card and basically tag out, let's say a weaker monster in the form of like maybe a Mermelio or something like that, and you basically get to special summon back the Mermelio and the Bestiari, and then you fuse them into a Gazarus. Gazarus pops, Gazarus attacks, you tag it out. You tag it out for a Mermelio, and you basically have a game on board, which is pretty cool. Next up, we've got Gladiator Beast Magister, which is a 3-star Earth Beast with 1200 attack, 2000 defense, and the first 2 effects are once per turn. The first effect reads: you can reveal this card and 1 Gladiator Beast monster in your hand to your opponent. Special summon these 2 monsters. Second effect reads: if this card is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, you can add 1 Gladiator spell or trap from your deck to the hand. Third effect reads: at the end of the battle phase in which this card battled, you can shuffle this card into the deck, special summon 1 Gladiator Beast monster from your deck except this card. Exactly what I'm talking about. You tag it out for pretty much any other Gladiator Beast monster you may have at your disposal, and you attempt to push for game. Obviously, with how heavy hand traps are nowadays, it's not that good, to be honest. But it's still pretty cool that an older archetype like Glads are getting new support, which is pretty cool. Next up, we have Gladiator Beast Claudius, which is a 12-star Dark Beast fusion with 3700 attack, 2600 defense, and get this, you ready? The materials, it requires not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 Gladiator Beast monsters. And it says that it must first be special summoned from your action by shuffling the above cards from your field and or grave into the deck or extra deck. So you would literally need to have monsters in your grave to bring this card out, which is crazy. And it has 2 separate effects. The first effect reads: if summoned this way, you can conduct your next battle phase twice. Second effect reads: once per turn, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can activate this effect based on whose turn it is. Yours. Special summon 1 Gladiator Beast monster from your deck. Your opponent's special summon a level 11 or lower Gladiator Beast monster from your extra deck, ignoring in summoning condition. So you could literally, hypothetically speaking, you could summon a Gazaris just right off the bat, pop 2 of your opponent's cards, and you essentially just have, and you basically have a way to especially during your turn, you can basically just pop 2 more cards during your turn, attack into a defense position monster that your opponent has with the Claudius. Then you go attack directly with Gazaris, tag it out for a Marmello or a Laquiri, I think is his name, and you basically just have game on board, which is pretty cool. So this is a cool way to pretty much just end games right off the bat, which is pretty cool. Speaking of game enders, next up we actually have a Link monster known as Gladiator Beast Darius. If the screen will load, there we go. Which, I have to admit, the artwork looks badass. It looks fucking badass, you guys. Which is, so it is a Earth Beast Warrior Link 2. With 1700 attack, and its arrows are bottom and bottom right. And it requires 2 monsters, including a Gladiator Beast monster. And says, let's see here. The first effect is a once per turn, which reads, if this card is link summoned, you can activate this effect. You cannot use monsters as link material for the rest of the turn except Gladiator Beast monsters. Also, special summon a level 4 or lower Gladiator Beast from your hand or grave. Or, if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon a Gladiator Beast monster from your deck instead. This basically can help get you into a bestiary, especially if you have a Myrmelio in hand. It can basically just help you go into again, as another prime example, Gazaris, and you basically can just pop cards and you're off to the races from there. Second effect reads, Gladiator Beast monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects during your opponent's battle phase. I mean, just that effect alone is like okay, but given the fact that your opponent just, and especially like on Master Duel, given the fact that your opponent just like ends up like breaking your board during their main phase 1, the battle phase really doesn't make much of a difference unless if you have a way to ensure that you keep your board intact. Then you basically have, I mean the effect is fine, but it's like whatever. But now we gotta talk about the last card of today's video, and it is known as Flavius, Arena of the Gladiator Beasts. Which is actually their field spell, and all 3 of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads, you can discard 1 card, add 1 Gladiator Beast monster from your deck to your hand. Second effect reads, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon 1 Gladiator Beast monster from your deck, and if you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Third effect reads, during the end phase, if a Gladiator Beast monster was special summoned from your deck this turn, you can set 1 Gladiator trap from your deck. This basically gets you into Chariot, which I think is the trap card, which is a trap, and it can also get you to the Gladiator Beast counter trap, which is actually pretty cool, which gives you basically a negation on board, which is pretty cool. So this is basically a sort of like a mini floodgate, I guess, if you will, where you basically get to set any Gladiator trap to your back row. I mean, this is actually not bad. This is probably one of the best like spells that this archetype has had in years. And the Gladiator Beast archetype, funny enough, again, it's as I said, the Gladiator Beast deck did see some play back in the day. It got a few SJC tops, a couple of YCS tops during like, I think during like Dragon Ruler format, if I remember correctly. So it's had a few stints of play, but over time the deck just wasn't that good. Even with like floodgates, hand traps, and draw cards and all that, the deck just wasn't that good. But I think, honestly, with these new cards, minus the Link Monster, I mean, it could be interesting, to say the very least. But we will have to wait and see. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.